Okay, picking up with slide number 17. So let's talk a little bit more about 2-2 meter. So in 2-2 meter, right, this is one of these simple duple meters, we often say 2-2 time, okay? Um, the beat in 2-2 meter is written as a half note, right? Recall that in 2-2 time, right, which is one of these duple simple meters, a 2 is the lower note. And if the 2 is the lower note, that means the half note gets one beat, right? Now that's different from 2-4 time, right? Because in 2-4 time, a 4 is the lower note, and so a quarter note is one beat in this case, right? In 2-4 meter. So the figure below here on slide number 17 shows two notations for the same rhythm, right? One in 2-4 meter and one in 2-2 meter. Let's practice these. Let's practice the one in 2-4 meter first. This goes like this. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, right? So that was 2-4 meter. Now let's do the one in 2-2 meter. Tell me if they sound the exact same. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Right? They sound the exact same, but they look different on the page here because they're two different kinds of duple simple meter, but they're going to sound the exact same. Okay, so practice those, and then let's move on to slide number 18. So a little bit more about 2-2 meter. So notice that the half note in 2-2 time is the same duration as the quarter note in 2-4 time. The relationship is constant for other note values as well. So for example, quarter notes and eighth notes in 2-2 time are the same duration as eighth notes and 16th notes in 2-4 time. Okay? So if you notice on the graphic here on slide number 18, which is the same one that we saw on slide 17, the 2 eighth notes, and I'll even circle these here, are the same. At least they're going to sound the same as these two quarter notes in 2-2 time. So 2-4 time, these are going to sound the same as these in 2-2 time. Okay? So basically what happens if we go from 2-2 time to 2-4 time, everything gets cut in half. All right, let's move on to the next slide. Let's practice some 2-2 meter here. So before you actually practice these, you should write in the beats in your book. This is on page 51 in your book. I wrote them in, as you can see here, but you should do it too. And then, so you can pause this video and then come back and practice these with me. So let's do example A, all right? So here we go with example A. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 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 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right. Let's do example B. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay? Now, example C. So for example C, notice that we have the cut time signature. And remember, cut time, right, that fancy C with the line through it, that's cut time. So remember that just means it's another way to say 2-2 time, same thing. So here we go. Ready, go. 1 and and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, so that's example C. Now let's do D. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 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 1, 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. All right, almost missed that one there. Okay, so after you practice them with me, practice them by yourself, and then if you can, practice them with track 3 from the songbook. You can see the link here on slide number 19. It'll go right to it. Okay, now let's go to slide number 20. So slide number 20, we're practicing triple simple meter. So if you haven't done so already, write in the beats on page 51 and 52 for this triple simple meter example. And then after you write in the beats, just like I did, then we will practice them. All right, so example A, here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. You know what? I messed that up. Let me do A again. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and. Okay, example B, here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, example C, here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, and finally, example D. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so after you practice those with me in this video, practice them by yourself, and then you can practice them with track 4, of which there's a link to here on slide number 20. Okay, and finally, let's practice slide 21. Now let's practice some quadruple meter. Again, write in the beats, just like I have here on slide 21 in your book. Just get some practice on that. And then let's practice these. Okay, A. Here we go. 4 beats per measure, right? Quarter note gets a beat. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's A. Now let's do B. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and I messed that one up, right? Because I have to. All right, we'll do B again. Make sure we do a half note, and then on beat 3 is our 8th rest. All right, B. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so that's example B. Let's do example C. Let's see, we got to watch out for anything on this one. All right. Notice we have quarter rests on beat 1 in measure, the first measure, and also the third measure. Okay, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, example D, last one. So notice we have ties in the first measure from beat 2 to 3 and also the second measure from beat 2 to 3. All right, here we go, and also a quarter rest at the beginning of measure number 3. Okay, example D, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 and. Okay, and there you have it for simple meter, at least half of this chapter 3. Okay,